Good morning, guys. It is Thursday, February. What is today? The 17th? And I am outside. I just walked my dog. And I'm going to paint outside today. But it is so cold. It's 55 or 57 degrees. This is California, and we are experiencing some crazy weather. Have been now for weeks, and the whole world is going through an overhaul. The divine is working. It's working for us, not to us. It's happening for us and not to us. And I always let people know that whenever there's strife and turmoil in the world and people are worried about the planet, which I think is a good thing. I don't think it's good to be worried, but I think it is good to live your life in a kind way and say, what's the best option in kindness, instead of being a person who litters or destructive, like I've talked about you guys about the squirrels want peanuts too, and I'm almost out of peanuts. There's a lot of mama squirrels right now. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to stay focused. When I am outside, I feel so at home when I'm outside. Let me just say that right off the bat. And the people across the way now, I can see clearly because of the rains we had. The creek was overflowing with water, almost flooded our yard and our home here. But they've just recently done a bunch of work to build up the hillside over there where the teen center is, so the teen center doesn't fall into the creek. I know, scary, huh? Anyhow, so my dog is out here with me. My son may come out. I'm trying to stay focused to talk to y'all. And anyway, so my train of thought was how to be kinder and how the universe takes care of things, and how Gaia, the earth, takes care of things. And when there's a lot of things going on and people say, oh, we need to be better to our planet, well, that's fine and good. I agree with that, because it isn't just, think of it this way. It's everything combined energetically. And it's a vibration that we are sending out. And if we're busy taking like we are, I make a habit of not watching the news, but being that I'm on YouTube, like it or not, when you're scrolling, you get all these ugly things that come into your feed, and you ask yourself, if you stop and you look at it, what happens to that? This is how your mind works. When you focus on something, you're going to get more of it, right? So when I start looking at particular things that catch my attention, then I'm going to get a plethora of other things. And so I try not to watch the news. And that's how you find out what's going on in the world. And we have become such a planet of, I'm speaking from my perspective of the United States. And we hear about the rest of the world through the news. Now, that is a skewed point of view. We don't even know that these things are true. And then what do? You live in the mindset of strife for other people. Sickness, poor health, war. And we get it into our minds, and that's what we suddenly project. And then that's what you start to get more of. Does this make sense? I think it's pretty simple. These are just things that now I've come to know. What you focus on is what you're going to get more of. It's what you're going to vibrate, and the earth, the universe is going to answer that back. And the way that Gaia handles things when there's a lot of raping and pillaging on the earth, what does Gaia do? She causes upsets. She has a hiccup. She has a burp. She has a sneeze. She has a fart, whatever. And that translates to storms, tornadoes, earthquakes, fires. Think about it. It makes perfect sense to me. She says, I know how to heal myself. And this is what I always tell people. When they say, oh, what are we going to do about our earth? Stop worrying so much about it and do something about it. And that's my, I don't want to say advice, but that's what I have to say to people. Then do something about it. And I think the more doing that we do, that's going to raise our vibration. See, if we keep staying down in this low vibrating place of discomfort, of ills, of war, of misery, of racism, of lack, and banging the drum of we don't have, we're unhappy, we're miserable, we hate, we've got to prove a point, we are better than this, we're better than you, or we've been oppressed, we've been held back. No, you are doing that to yourself. And then you get a bunch of other people like you that band together and shout it and demonstrate it. It's going to be so. But if you just if everyone would get quiet, this is what I've learned, you guys. I'm here to speak about my awakening. And I know I always say this. I get sidetracked with so many other things. But what has happened to me since 2015, and it was already starting to happen when I think back. It was already beginning to happen within me. I was stopping my intake of milk. I'm a big coffee drinker, so I had an insatiable desire for cream in my coffee. Now, habits are not needs, okay? You don't need those things. And if you look on YouTube, which I am part of happily, there are so many beautiful, wonderful people that are using their creativity that God has blessed them with, and they're using it. They're doing something. They're not just sitting around and banging the drum of woe is me, we've got to stop doing this, or yeah, there's a lot of abuse. Yes, there is, and it makes me sad when I allow myself to think about it in the wee hours of the morning. Animals that are abused and tortured for their meat, for their milk, for their, whatever they have inside of them, the chickens, their bodies, their eggs. I'm not discounting that because it is a very real thing from what I can see. So what I know is I'm watching all these beautiful, wonderful people that have managed to create another thing to go in your coffee. And mine is Oatly, the Oatly milk. And I'm so happy. And coconut sugar. So, yes, I drink my coffee. Maybe it's a bit much at times, but I love it. It's my only vice. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't sleep around. And because then that's another thing, let me tell you. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm here to just let you in on things that I know. When you decide, what you intake in your body. So not just your mind, what you see, what you listen to, what you eat. It's also who you hang out with, who you sleep with. Okay? I know there's people that, go ahead. That's your life. That's your bag. Go ahead. Do you. But if you don't know a person, Or if you do and you think, oh, it's okay, they got some weird ideas, or they're not a very nice person, or they have addictions, their lives are full of a lot of strife, and their crutch is sex, drinking, smoking, and you go to bed with those people, you are swapping energy with those people, and it becomes toxic. Funny, I just saw the word over here on my box of paints. Toxic, big toxic. You start to commingle, and it goes out, and it goes around you, and it goes out into the world, and you're going to get more of that. See? So if everybody would vow to be better, when you know better, you do better. Start with thinking, how do I feel? How do I want to feel? It's all a choice. My former husband would always balk at me when I would say, we all have free will. Oh, you believe that, huh? Yes, wholeheartedly. We do have free will. Plain and simply put, if there's something you don't agree with, you don't like, because it doesn't make you feel good, you get that feeling in your gut right here, listen to it. It doesn't lie. Don't do it. Simply step back. Don't get involved. No one can make you do anything without your consent, without your permission. Get that straight right here and now. Vow to be the best person that you can be. So back in 2015, I started awakening, and I got involved with Young Living Essential Oils. Oils are pure. You've heard me talk about this before. They're from the earth. And I don't buy chemicals from the store if I can help it. I use oils throughout my entire life. I have gone plant-based, and so have my 2 kids who I live with. And we've made living now just deliberate. And that means mindful. Being mindful of what we do, of what we think, of who we bring in to our lives. My dog is looking at the squirrel. Please, little squirrel, don't jump down. Eddie will not be nice to you, huh? Agree to be mindful. And say, I want to be a better me. I am a better me. Start saying, I am. Not I want, because that gives the universe the whole thing of you don't have, see? And then they're going to match that. Well, you don't have it, so I'm not going to give it to you. I know, it's so exact words that it's exact words, right? Remember the episode of The Brady Bunch when Greg, Barry Williams, was the older brother, and he stayed out late at the movies at the drive-in, and the mom and dad were a little upset with him because he came in later than he said he would, and he was upset that they were upset, and it was, well, Greg, you said use your exact words. Those were your exact words, that you were going to be home. And anyway, it's exact words. Think about it. If you read about love, what is that? The Tao or the Tao about love? God and the universe works in this way. Exact words. And it's not hard. You just have to stop and allow yourself to digest it and think about it and take it in. Be the best person you can be. My mantra is being better today than I was yesterday. Things come up, but always, one of my first videos I put out to you guys was being authentic. If you be real with who you are, when you start getting creative, now creative is as in painting and singing and drawing and writing, that's a different kind of creative. But when you, what is that saying? My mother used to say it. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Think about how deeply that goes. When you decide to be creative, if you have a hidden agenda, when you go anywhere, when you do anything, when you meet anyone, you try to pull the wool over people's eyes. You try to be underhanded to get what you want and trick somebody into thinking the way you do, or, pulling one over on them or smoothing things over. That's not right. It doesn't feel good. Listen to your gut. Listen to your inner self, your higher self. That person that says, no, that little person or that little conscience on your shoulder, the devil and the angel. What feels better? It's that simple, you guys. It's that simple. So I am a good person. I am loving. I am generous. I am giving. I am happy. I am being the best person I know how to be. You go into any situation being this way, you're going to have a good time. You're going to have a good outcome. I just saw 1616 on the clock. Look up numbers. Look around you. You'll know the universe is communicating with you by matching numbers. And look up those numbers. They do have meanings, all right? This is when you know you are working in concert with the divine and this beautiful universe you're in. Your life can be beautiful if you will allow it. It's this simple, you guys. What you watch, what you listen to, what you read, the people you spend time with, what you consume internally, what you surround yourself with externally, and it all, when you come into this world, what is connected? The two things that are connected, the mind and the gut. Those are two things that are the first things that are connected, that come in with you when you come into this world. You are a spirit in a human body. You're having a human experience and you're playing a part. Why not play that part well? Yes, there are people that come in to do the bad things that they do. That's the part they signed up for. I am so happy. I am so happy that I have evolved to who I am today, because it feels fantastic. It feels so much better, and my life has changed as a result of it. I have awakened to a better life since 2015. My life is so much better, and it's only getting better. So focus on the things you want, not what you don't want. Write it down if you have to. Sit outside as much as you can and write and read and paint. Take your walks with your dog. Eddie, come out of there. He's in my herb box. But make a vow right now to be the best person you can be. And I am. I'm going to be better. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion. The universe is going to match you. But if you decide, no, I don't want to change. I like my life the way it is. I like having that real cream in my coffee. I like eating that steak. I like sleeping with Tom, Dick, and Mary because I can. I need that validation. I need that ego boost. Stroked, me. That's what you're going to get. I say, good luck. The universe is going to keep giving you that. But trust me, one day you're going to get tired. And you're going to say, I know that I was meant more. I was meant for more than this. I was meant to feel good. I was meant to be better. I am better. I do better. My big golden used to say, I do good. I do well. I miss him. I miss him every day of my life. He died of cancer because he took on all of the ills that my kids and I went through to protect us. And that was his mission in life. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm just under 20 minutes. I love you. I wish you the best. I will be back with another video, and I'm going to paint. I want you guys to do something wonderful today, tonight, whatever makes you happy. Okay? And I'd love to hear about it. So, peace and goodwill. Talk to you soon.